and start thinking like a consultant. Because SAP's new exam format is not testing what you know, it's testing how you handle real business scenarios. Let me show you exactly how. On the screen, you'll see three things: a unified scenario, a consultant thinking path, and tiered validation guidance, and I've added all the direct links in the description so you can go through each of these in detail after this video. This is a real business situation. A company has implemented SAP S for HANA Cloud and is preparing for its first financial close. Everything looks fine at a high level, but when they go deeper, payment processing behaves differently. Receivables follow-up is inconsistent. Reporting outputs don't align. Now here's the key insight. These are not separate issues, they're connected system behavior problems. This is where your approach matters. Instead of jumping to conclusions, follow a structured path. Check configuration. Validate master data. Analyze transaction behavior. Compare results across entities. Because in SAP, the issue you see is usually caused earlier in the process. Now validate your decision. Level 1. Does it follow standard SAP design? Level 2. Are dependencies aligned? Level 3. Will it produce consistent results every cycle? If it depends on manual fixes, it's not the right direction. Challenge 1. Payment run readiness across municipal service zones. 01. During payment proposal validation, Harbor Grid finds that 2 municipal service zones use the same supplier group and payment calendar, but suppliers with similar open items are proposed in one zone and excluded in the other. The project manager does not want a local exception process introduced before the first quarter end close. Which action should the consultant take first to preserve standardized payment execution? A. Expand payment processing access so shared service users can override exclusions directly during proposal review. B. Compare company code payment configuration together with supplier payment attributes and open item details for the affected suppliers. C. Allow local finance teams to process urgent items manually outside the proposal run for the affected zone. D. Create a temporary zone-specific payment method so the excluded suppliers can be picked up this quarter. 02. The shared service lead proposes correcting the current quarter by updating only the excluded supplier open items in the affected zone, because supplier master maintenance can be reviewed after close. Which response best fits HarborGrid's validation objective? A. Validate whether the exclusion pattern is driven by both business partner payment data and payment setup before limiting correction to open items only. B. Defer all corrections until after quarter end and instruct the team to proceed with a reduced payment scope. C. Accept the proposal only for high-value suppliers, then create a local exception log for the remaining items. D. Accept the proposal because open item correction is the fastest way to confirm the payment run can complete. Challenge 2. Receivables follow up with controlled access boundaries. 03. HarborGrid's Shared Service Center requests broader receivables access for a few specialists so quarter-end follow-up can move faster across company codes. Local finance managers want responsibilities to remain clearly separated for audit readiness. Which approach best aligns with the project's operating model? A. Grant full receivables access to shared service specialists until the first quarter-end close is completed successfully. B. Map the required period-end receivables tasks to targeted role assignments and keep broader business ownership boundaries intact. C. Create one broad temporary finance role for quarter-end and remove it after reporting is finalized. D. Leave the access model unchanged and ask local finance users to complete all receivables follow-up activity themselves. 04. A receivables specialist can post routine customer transactions but cannot reach the work items needed for end-of-period follow-up in one company code. Another specialist in a different zone can complete the same follow-up activities. What should the consultant determine next? A. Whether the first specialist should be given unrestricted finance access because the close window is already open. B. Whether the affected user should be reassigned to accounts payable until quarter end is complete. C. Whether customer master data was migrated differently in the two company codes. D. Whether the role design and assignment for the affected user include the specific receivables follow-up responsibilities and work access needed for that company code. Question 01. Answer B. Question 02. Answer A. Question 03. Answer B. Question 04. Answer D. And if you want to practice more scenarios like this, I highly recommend trying the demo and practice tests on ERPPrep. They're very close to this format and really help you build this kind of thinking. I've added the link in the description, definitely check it out. All links, scenario, consultant thinking path, tiered validation, and practice resources are in the description. Go through them step by step, it will completely change how you prepare. See you in the next one.